So another thing that's great about Noodle Tools is being able to keep your notes all together. So I'm going to go back to my project, my one pager here. We've already looked at the dashboard tab and the sources tab. And now we're going to click over to the note cards tab. And I'm going to click new, just like on all the other pages. There's a green plus button over on the left. So I'm going to click on that to add a new note. I'm going to give it a title. And for this project, because you have those 5 specific pieces of information that you have to have, it may be a good idea to make one note card for each one of those. So if I'm sticking with Elvis Presley, we'll say this is maybe major accomplishments on this note card. I can choose my source. That's why it was a good idea to add those sources first so you can keep track of what note goes with what source. And let's go to, we're going to go to the Gale one for this one. And then it has a box here where it says copy, paste, and annotate. So if I take anything directly from the website, it does allow me to copy and paste something word for word. But remember, you do want to put things in your own words. So anything that's in this box, it is here just to remind you that anything on this side is probably not in your own words. This is the space for you to copy and paste it. And then there's a separate box over here for you to put it in your own words so you can kind of have a side-by-side comparison. And when you take notes, you do not have to make complete sentences, which may make your language arts teacher cringe a little bit. But notes do not have to be complete sentences. It actually helps if you just do sentence fragments and take the important parts of those sentences so that then you can use your own words to then fill it out and make it a complete sentence. So that helps with the paraphrasing and plagiarism part as well. So I'm going to go back to my Gale article I had open and see what kind of major accomplishments I can find. Okay, so this is the Gale article on Elvis Presley. As I'm scrolling through here, I see that Heartbreak Hotel was his first gold record, so that may be one of his major accomplishments. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy and paste this. I'm going to go back to my Noodle Tools, and in this box over here was the copy and paste box. Oops, it doesn't like my mouse button, so I'm going to do Control V. So I know if it's in this box, it's directly word for word from the website. So I'm going to have to go over here and then put it in my own words. So I could say Heartbreak Hotel was his first gold record. Whoops. And then I could go back to that Gale database and see if I can find any other accomplishments. Here it says something about him being on TV. He made a lot of movies, so those are some other accomplishments. He was drafted into the Army, so I could add any of that into that accomplishment note card. And then I'm going to save and close it. When I want to make a new card, I'm going to go back to that new button. Again, you're going to give it a title, so this might be the brief summary, or we'll say early life. Again, I'm going to choose my source. Let's go maybe this time to the website that I found, and then I can start taking my notes there. And the thing about this, when you make a second note and you close it, it's going to plop it right on top of your first one for some reason. And it looks like it's disappeared, but really you can just kind of click and drag those and move them around. So if it looks like your note is missing, it's probably on top of another one, and you just have to kind of separate those. So then you could just keep adding notes as you add facts, as you find information from your sources. You would add them to a digital note card so that you have that information to later on put together into your final one-pager project.